What's up everyone, welcome back to a new video. I hope you are having a fantastic day wherever you may be. What we're going to be doing today is I'm going to start showing you what my Lego collection actually looks like, and so I'm going to be starting different smaller videos. It's different from the builds that we've been doing so far. These videos are going to show you kind of the different areas or themes of Legos that I have. So I'm going to start with a Star Wars version, and this is going to further show kind of what my different areas in which I collect. So today we have Rebels. So I'm going to highlight the different sets that I have from the Rebels faction. So that's kind of how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go through each different Star Wars faction because that's where the largest part of my Lego collection is, in kind of Star Wars themes. If you could help me out, make sure you like this video, comment below what you want to see next. I really value your input, and I want to know what you want to see out of my collection. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what I got. So first we have our winged fighters, the builds that we did recently. We have our X-Wing in the back. We have our Y-Wing, one of our Y-Wings. We have a snow speeder. It's a pretty cool set. Two of our Y-Wings, and we have two different versions of the A-Wing. And then last we have a frigate. So I'm going to show you a little highlights. If you want to kind of see more about the X-Wings and the Y-Wings, go ahead and check out the other videos in this playlist. Those will highlight those two specifically. I want to kind of show you the older versions or the other versions of the things that I have in this faction. First thing to highlight is this older version of the A-Wing Starfighter. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty light, sturdy build. I don't remember exactly when it came out, but it was probably early 2000s, so I've had this for quite some time. And it's actually a pretty decent design. Most of the A-Wings that they've come out with kind of stuck with the same basic version of this A-Wing. So yeah, and what I liked about the newer version, not the newest, I forget when exactly this one comes out, but it's not the newest one. They recently released a new version of the A-Wing as well. This one is a little bit more sleeker, has the same basic like profile and everything. It's just as light, it's just as sturdy. It just has some of the new and improved features. The last version that they just released has a different wing here, so they actually kind of slope in. It's kind of hard to describe, but that's pretty much the only difference. A-Wings are probably like one of my favorites. I really enjoyed them in the different games that came out. I played a few different Star Wars games on GameCube. Next I'm going to go over the Snow Speeder. So the Snow Speeder is also pretty awesome. It is very light as well. I believe it was a $20 set, so it wasn't very expensive. It's missing a missile, but it's missing a missile, but it has two missiles there. It has pretty cool wing design. It does have an actual pulley, so you can recreate the movie. It does come with the two pilots inside. One of them is Anakin, or not Anakin, Luke, version of Luke. And he does have a lightsaber as well. It's just pretty cool, and I kind of wish I had gotten two of them, just for duality. It looks kind of better to have sets of two instead of just one by itself. So it looks a lot like the version in the movies, which is pretty awesome. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to show you the frigate with one hand because my microphone is not cooperating and I can't hold it at the same time as the other. I can't hold this piece with two hands, but I'll do my best. So this is kind of the profile of the medical frigate. It was actually really fun to build. It didn't take me too long either. It has a lot of large pieces that creates most of the outside of this piece. This is what the back kind of looks like. It has all the engines, and you actually saw this one in mostly the Clone Wars show. When there was an episode where they had to evacuate Kamino because the Separatists were going to attack, and so these were the ships that were used to kind of clear out Kamino. And so so this is the Republic, the Rebel version of that. They took it, they armed it. That's why it has giant guns in the front, and then little turrets on the back. So they needed capital ships, and this was a large ship that they can use during that time. This one was actually destroyed in the TV show. What's his face? General Sato, I believe that was his name, General Sato, was sacrificed himself to help the Phoenix Squadron get away. And so this ship was actually destroyed and they couldn't use it. Let me show you the inside real quick. So this part actually comes off. And exposes the inside. So there are seats kind of in there for people to sit down and all that. This part actually, this piece here doesn't actually have any kind of room on the inside for you to put people or anything. So it's pretty sturdy in that sense. It doesn't really have much going on in there. But so like a pilot can go like in the front part here, boop, boop. And then you can have commander, or is this I think it's general. I think he's a general. General Sato sit in the back right there. And then lastly, I'm just going to show you the feature off to the side right here. So this rotates in and rotates out, so it creates a sort of profile of it. And all you have to do is spin this large middle piece back here as a front profile. So we have Admiral Akbar. I forgot what set he comes in, honestly. I don't really remember, but he comes in one of these sets, and I don't think it's it's not. General Sato, this guy, is the one that comes with the Republic frigate. This is a really old version of Luke Skywalker Tatooine. I believe I got him in the set dictionary, so I do have that from a few years ago. We have a Han Solo. There's his little feisty smirk. There. Put him back on the plate. There we go. We have a Chewbacca. He came with the mini Millennium Falcon set. Okay, and then we have Admiral Raddus, which is the other Mon Calamari, who comes with the Y-Wing over here. And then I believe Chopper from Phoenix Squadron came with the Republic, the Rebel. Okay, so and then part 2, we have some rebels who I can't really remember the name. I think this is the guy who, this is from Rogue One. This guy here, he was the TIE pilot, I think, that maybe, he might have been the TIE pilot that switched sides. And then this guy's name starts with a B or a P, I don't remember. and honestly I can't remember this guy's name, but they're all from Rogue One. And then we have Biggs Darklighter from the X-Wing set. And then this is a really old character from probably early 2000s. I believe it came with the A-Wing. The A-Wing had a little set kind of like this back here, which I don't remember what happened to that. And so he was like a technician, so a rebel technician. Each of these sets that I also showcased have the pilots inside. So we have, and we'll show you one of the A-Wing pilots. So this is the A-Wing pilot from the newer one. He does have printing on the back of his head. If I can take his face off, there you go. So there's the back. We have this really happy and enthusiastic Y-Wing pilot. And I believe he does have back printing as well. Scared, like super scared, and then like super happy. There's his super happy face, and then there's his super scared face. And then, something that I wanted to highlight was that Biggs, in this version of the X-Wing fighter, the helmet is just really awesome. So it actually has the yellow instead of on their face. So their face is clear. So this is an older pilot who has the printing on his face, not on his helmet. So something interesting that I found. Oh, and then last but not least is the really old early 2000s version of the A-Wing pilot. So take a look at this guy. This is before they were able to do the back printing. So he has no back printing, and he just has a very plain and generic face, just like the other guy. And then he has a little printing on his helmet, but not too much. So LEGO has definitely made huge improvements on characters. Oh, and then last but not least, almost forgot, Ahsoka. Version from the Rebels TV show with the dual white lightsabers. And this is probably one of my favorite characters because of how well they did. They created these custom lightsaber colors where they're a little more transparent compared to the light blue ones. So they are still a bluish tint, but they're different. She also has back printing. She also has back printing between right underneath, and then she has her front printing as well. Let's try and focus in on that. And I want to say she does not have a back, or she doesn't have printing on the back of her head. Let's check. Oh wait, she does. She does. So there's the printing on the back side. Front side, serious. Back side, fierce. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little snapshot of my Rebel fleet. I wanted to start showcasing some of the LEGO sets that I have, and then I decided that doing it by faction would be best, especially for Star Wars, since it's my largest part of my collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up, hit it. If it's not too much trouble, and if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. I come out with different videos featuring some of my hobbies, one of them being these LEGO videos, others being video gaming, as well as vlogs to kind of talk about my life and stuff like that. So please subscribe if you haven't done so already. With that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.